I'm reviewing both games at the same time, I'd be Immortal. The Immortal for the Sega Genesis and the Immortal for the NES. Now I've played the NES version numerous times. I grew up with it because I had an NES console before Sega Megadrive when I was a kid. That's why I know more about the NES version than the Megadrive version. But when I was a kid, I did have a Megadrive game, like when I was about 8. But when I was 6, I got an NES first. I didn't ask him. When I was 6, my parents just got me an NES console first, and then got me a Mega Drive a couple of years later. That's why I've played this version more than this version. I've only ever just played this version today. I've never ever played the Immortal before today. This is my first time ever playing the Immortal. Even though it's my first time playing the game, I knew the controls because as I grew up with this version, so I knew it'd be similar controls. The only difference is one extra level, but I'll talk about that in a bit. Now, difference out of both versions. I'm not going into too much because people have already set all the differences. You can find it online and all that. Obviously, there's blood in the Mega Drive version, Genesis version. In the NES version, you just kill your enemies and then they groan in pain. You don't see any fatalities, basically. Like I saw, I remember in the Mega Drive one I played today, where you can chop your heads off and you see blood splattering and all that. Really funny. Now I do like the Mega Drive version. First time I played it, I think it's great, but I prefer the NES version because I grew up with it. I had this version first. This was my childhood playing this version. I mean, every day from school I was used to come and play this game right away. Maybe that's nostalgia talking, but it's my favourite version because I grew up with it. It's the version I was as it plays in my heart, the NES version. I like the Mega Drive version. I'd probably play it again, but I had more fun with the NES version. Now the difference is, obviously, a lot disagree, but a lot say they prefer the Mega Drive version because there's an extra level and all the funny death scenes, and a lot of people say the Mega Drive version is easier even though it has a level extra because it's slower and people just seem to think it's easier. I'm not sure which version is difficult, but I do prefer the NES version. I beat the Mega Drive version fairly quick because I know the levels are different, even the 7 levels that are in, and the only level what was new was a spider level. That took me a few tries, but that's the difference anyway. The spider level, I mean, everyone. I read why it was cut out the NES version because it was deemed too disturbing seeing a giant spider. A lot of people suffer from arachnophobia, don't they? And dog outside, sorry about that. But a lot of people suffer from arachnophobia and they don't like spiders. Maybe that's why they cut out the NES version, and also to save space too. I'm guessing probably them 2 reasons. But apart from that, all the levels are virtually the same. Apart from a few differences, like sometimes there's an extra ladder where you go down, like in the first level. What's not in the Mega Drive version is obviously the spider levels removed, like I just said in the NES version. All levels are similar, but sometimes it's like different enemies. Sometimes it can be 2, sometimes it can be 1. I notice is in the King's thing in a level 2, there's 2 bosses guarding him, where in the NES it's just 1, and sometimes the enemies are in different locations. They're similar, like the same level, but you know it's the same level, you can tell, but different like locations in a level, if you mean. Like sometimes it can be an extra troll, sometimes it can be an extra goblin. But yeah, the story of the game, everyone knows that you're an unknown wizard, you don't know his name, looking for your master. Word I think it's called. And you've got to fight, get through enemies, goblins, trolls, and then do secret puzzles to finish each level. What else to say? I love both games. I give the NES version a 10 out of 10 and probably give the Mega Drive version a 10 out of 10 too, but I prefer the NES version. I also notice the cover art's different when you start the game. I mean, it's the Grim Reaper on the Megadrive version, and it's just your wizard walking on the NES version. And the music's pretty virtually the same in both games, except it seems faster in the NES version, obviously. But yeah, what else was I going to say about the great game? That's the part of the game. You just go, just do the similar puzzles in both games. So all the puzzles are the same. Like I said, sometimes enemies are in different locations and puzzles are a bit different, but not too much. I mean, I knew what to do when I played the Mega Drive version, even though I never played it before, because grew up with the NES version, so I knew it'd be similar. Like I knew you have to use the amulet in the first level. Hold up to the light, don't read the runes. I knew all that. I knew everything about all the locations and what to do, like Charm, the Will-O-the-Wisp, what to do in the second level and all that, because I grew up with the game in the NES. I knew exactly what to do. A lot think the Immortal's a difficult game. It is a difficult game, but because I know everything that I do, maybe it's not the hardest game for me because I've grew up with it, you see. But someone who's never played it, like played it first time today, they probably agree it's a really hard game. I'd say it's easier than Shakan, the Forever Man. Which version would I say is harder out of these two? Harder. Like I said earlier, someone said a lot think the Mega Drive version's harder, but if I'm being honest, I'd say the Mega Drive version's harder. Like a lot think the NES version's harder, and a lot think the Mega Drive version's harder. Like I said, I think the Mega Drive version's harder, but the fact it has that spider level which is hard, and the hardest part of the level isn't even killing the Queen Spider. I mean, that's not really difficult as long as you know what to do. When she tries to web, you move back and then just approach her and kill her. It's the corridor of all them egg sacs before you get the exit on level 6. It's a really short level, but that's probably the reason I think it's slightly harder on the Mega Drive version. But yeah, all the puzzles are the same. And I noticed on the final level where you've got to defeat Word of Mouth, what it's called, you master it. There's an extra Sonic level, Sonic item, sorry. What you've got to use to stop him chopping your head off, which isn't in the NES version, obviously because it's family friendly. And the NES version at least gives you an ending. It says congratulations, adventure complete. I noticed the Mega Drive version doesn't even give you, it just says game over, play again. So that's not really congratulating you, is it, in beating a difficult game. And there's two endings, obviously. You can give Anna a ring, you can not give her a ring. If you don't give her a ring, a goblin saves you at the end instead of her. In both versions. And no, you can't beat any version if you don't give Dunrick his ring. I tried it when I was younger. You can't beat any if you don't give Dunrick his ring in level 7. You can't beat the game in any version. So yeah, I've said all I can say about both versions. Which version's better? I already said it. A lot call me crazy, but I grew up with this version. It allows it to have a place in my heart. I've only just played this version, the Mega Drive version, today. Never played it before. I have fun, I play again, but this is a version I'm always going to play more. It's my favourite. But everyone can feel free to disagree with me if you want. It's just my opinion. I'm a YouTuber. Anyway, play the game, play both versions, but I'd recommend you play the NES version more. Peace out.